This video kicks off the start to a weekly challenge in order for you to feel more confident in having the sex talks. Some weeks you might find that the challenge is really easy or it's something you've already been doing, and that's great. Other weeks you may feel uncomfortable or challenged because this is an area where you don't feel that you have the greatest confidence in your abilities to have a sex talk on this topic. And it's my hope that in those weeks you're able to overcome your fear, anxiety, or hesitation, and it can be a breakthrough for you in feeling more prepared and ready to have those sex talks. This week, I challenge you to use medically accurate terms for the body parts. Now, I've been saying this since day one when I started this channel. I would recommend that you learn to say 2 words, penis and vagina. Now, before we get to the specifics of the challenge, here are the 4 reasons why I recommend using medically accurate terms with your kids. By using medically accurate terms, it shows your child that you are a credible source of information and that you are knowledgeable and want to share that knowledge with them. Your child will hear that you respect their body and their intelligence, and they will believe that they have the capacity to use medically accurate terms themselves. For example, when you go to the pediatrician's office for that basic wellness check and hear the medically accurate terms being used, your child will feel empowered that they understand what is being asked and take pride in being able to effectively communicate with healthcare professionals in the future. Young kids are constantly learning, and they will hear slang and euphemisms, but by being consistent in using medically accurate terms, it avoids any confusion around which body parts are being referred to. For example, saying "nobody can touch you there" is vague and unclear. However, saying "nobody can touch your vulva or anus" is significantly more clear and avoids any confusion on what you are referring to. Preventing child sexual abuse from happening to our kids means that we need to take an active and consistent role in educating and empowering them. Using medically accurate terms can be an effective way to give kids the language needed to speak up and explain if abuse has occurred. By constantly talking about the body parts when going to the bathroom, changing a diaper, or bathing, it's an opportunity to remind them what body parts specifically are considered private and that nobody is allowed to ask, to touch, or see. I'm sure you've heard the stories where a child tried to disclose abuse to an adult and they said that someone kissed my cookie or touched my muffin, and that adult didn't equate that terminology to be the genitals. This is what we're aiming to avoid by providing the language. By starting as early as possible using medically accurate terms, you begin to build your comfort in being able to say penis, vagina, vulva, scrotum, testicles, anus, nipples, and breasts. It'll make talking about what is masturbation, what is vaginal, anal, oral sex, puberty changes, menstruation, and erections, just to name a few of the sex talks that you'll be having in the future, all go a tad bit smoother. So here's your challenge. I challenge you to find at least one opportunity each day this week to use one of these medically accurate terms. For example, if you're changing your child's diaper, say, "I'm wiping your anus now." Or if you're potty training your child, ask them, "May I wipe your vulva or penis?" Or if your kids are taking a bath, ask them, "Have you cleaned your vulva, anus, or penis?" In the middle and high school age range, you're probably not checking in with your kids as much as you used to about their hygiene habits. But you can still use medically accurate terms to check in about their health. For example, asking them if they're experiencing any itchiness, soreness, redness in their anus or vulva or on or around their penis. This is an opportunity to remind them that their genitals are important body parts to be taken care of properly, and sometimes they're just not discussed as often as other body parts, so you're simply checking in. At this age, you can also use the slang in pop culture, music, and shows to ask or remind your child what that slang term is referring to. That's your challenge this week. Over the next 7 days, find at least one opportunity each day to use a medically accurate term with your kids and/or your partner. Get more comfortable saying these terms without giggling or pausing before you say them in order to make them less taboo in your home. Now, some of you might find this challenge to be super easy because you've been following me here for quite some time, but it's only week 1. Simply do the challenge, rock it, let me know in the comments how it went, and then show up here next week for challenge number 2.